Welcome back everyone for another planning video. This month I'll be planning for April 2022. So let's go ahead and get started. I always like to start out with the reflection from the previous month. So for March, I have the word of the month, which is actually 2 words because I couldn't think of anything better, especially since I spent a lot of time trying to focus on messy action this month, specifically with my business, just being able to do something even though I wasn't the expert at it or didn't know everything, just going ahead and getting it done. Highlights and accomplishments: I did do the baptism this month, so I'm really proud about that. I talked about it a little bit in the previous video. I met one of my favorite authors at the book festival, which I also talked about on my planning video from last month, so that was super exciting. I finished another MBA class and I also took my first hot yoga class, so that went a lot better than I thought. So you'll see later on that will be a part of my goals for April. For gratitude, I like to just spend a little bit of time making sure that I am thinking about what went well this month and the things that I need to make sure I thank and be grateful for. So one is always support from my family, and then the second one was my business coach pushing me to reach my goals. She is awesome and she really helps me make progress in my business. A couple challenges and areas of improvements was doing things that makes me uncomfortable. Also, part of that is just overcoming fears. So that sort of ties into the messy action, just getting out and doing the things that previously I was fearful about or was uncomfortable doing, just to get used to taking some risks. For next month, I'm looking forward to launching the Designated Dollars course. So I will be sending out some more information about that, and you can also click the link below to learn more about that course. And I'm also looking forward to Black Alumni Weekend at my alma mater, so that's going to be really fun. They have them every 2 years, and this will be the first one I'll be able to attend. And then I like to just rate the month. So for happiness, I gave a 4, health and fitness was a 3, personal growth and financial were both 5s. And then this is a picture that I am adding just as a reminder from the book festival, meeting one of my favorite authors, which was one of my highlights from the month. So for the month ahead in April, I would just like to look at things at a glance. This month's focus is getting comfortable being uncomfortable. So I talked about that a little bit in the challenges and areas of improvements on the reflection from March. So I'm going to continue just taking risks and doing things that make me feel a little uncomfortable or something that I was previously fearful of, just to get used to being a little bit more well-rounded and pushing myself to continue to make progress. So I already alluded to it, but I will be doing hot yoga as self-care this month. I'm going to go once a week, so I'm pretty excited about that. A couple goals this month is the Designated Dollars launch. I also want to complete 20 days of conscious spending. So that is just a challenge this month, to spend my money more consciously on things that makes me happy and spend less on the things that don't. A couple of important dates this month is my hair appointment on the 7th. My 2-year-old Rottweiler's birthday is on the 8th, so that's going to be super exciting. He's just a big old spoiled teddy bear, so he's super sweet. The 8th through the 10th is Black Alumni Weekend, which I spoke about previously. On the 9th, we need to pick up our dog's food. On the 23rd is my younger brother's spring football game, so we're super excited about going there. He's in college right now at JMU. On the 26th, I have a dermatologist appointment, so I need to make sure I do not forget about that. And then a couple things that I need to remember to do this month is to place our dinner orders each week. We've been using a local meal prep service each week for our dinners, which has given me a lot of time when I get home in the afternoons. We also need to make sure we don't forget to order our dog's food for the month of May. And then I also want to order a book embosser. And I'm just going to add a quote that I found from online about doing things that make you feel uncomfortable. Again, just my focus for this month. So I like to have that in the forefront just as a reminder. Getting into monthly planning, I always start out by selecting the stickers I want and putting them all on the calendar at once. That way I can go back after I put everything on there and fill in anything like words or anything that I need to specifically write out. So that is what you see me doing here. And I like to sometimes use different colors each month, but I pretty much stick to a neutral color palette, which you'll see. I pretty much keep things very simple and like to just stick to the basics so I don't get distracted by things that are not necessarily needed on my monthly calendar. I just like to keep it simple. I did get a few questions about how to add these stickers, so hopefully I will be able to do a video soon about that. And there's also a feature on Goodnotes now which allows for you to add the stickers into the Goodnotes app itself, and so you don't have to go to the sticker book necessarily to add that sticker. It's already embedded inside of Goodnotes, so I also want to do a video on that. And I haven't even done that on my iPlanner on my iPad myself, so I'll be getting familiar with it as you all learn as well. So all of my stickers are on the calendar, and now I just go in and basically put in any words and write down any reminders that I need. So I usually have my coaching calls on Tuesdays, so that is what you see here. I have a couple MBA assignments due this month. I have a couple assignments due this month for the new class that started, I believe, it started the last week in March. This is my dermatologist appointment that I need to make sure that I don't forget about. I usually go right after work, which is pretty convenient for me. I don't have to leave early or go in the morning and take time off. My hair appointment's on the 7th, so I definitely cannot miss that. And then I have my therapy appointment at 12 o'clock on the 8th. I also meet up with a friend once a month to just talk about our businesses and sort of tell each other anything that we learned that month or different things that we might be going through in our businesses. There's a lot of things that we can relate on, and this is the Designated Dollars course that will be launching on April 19th. Again, the link is below if you want to find out more information about that. It is an online course geared towards managing your finances to eliminate stress and to basically develop a system that works for you. And this is our sweetest pup, Zeke. So his birthday again is on the 8th, so we're super excited about that. He is super sweet, and he's just a big old teddy bear and loves his tummy rubs. And here I'm just writing in the Black Alumni Weekend. That is the 8th through the 10th. There's a couple different events, so we'll have to choose which ones we want to go to, and the ones that don't necessarily interfere with other things we have going on. So that'll be exciting. So that is basically my process for planning for the upcoming month. Again, I like to keep it super simple. If there's anything that you want to see in the next video, please let me know. I'd be glad to add anything that you all want to see, so just let me know. So now it's time to get into the Conscious Spending Challenge. This planner is a freebie on my website, so if this is something that you are interested in, please go to the link below. And again, it is just a way to be more intentional with your spending, to spend more on things that you love and the things that bring you joy, and spend less on the things that don't necessarily bring you joy, or things that you're just, having shiny object syndrome and not really thinking about the purchase. So a couple of my conscious spending items is going to be coffee and plants. It is now springtime, so it's time to start getting my plants outside and maybe getting a couple of veggies for the summer. And this is just a little picture that reminded me of that. And I also frequently go to coffee shops, and I do not mind spending my money there because, again, I love visiting coffee shops and drinking coffee. So that's a couple of things that bring me joy that I want to spend more consciously on. And a couple of things that I want to limit spending on is eating out and fast food. I typically don't eat a ton of fast food because I'm vegetarian, so there's really not that many options. But sometimes I do eat out. Typically Thai food or a couple of local restaurants around that has pretty good vegetarian food. I set my goal for 20 days, so 20 days of just conscious spending throughout the month. And one example is maybe a trip to the coffee shop. I spend $6 maybe on like a latte and a coffee cake. And this is basically how you track it each month, and just mark in the circle if it is conscious spending. So again, join me for the month of April and set your conscious spending, and I look forward to you sharing anything on social media.